Good afternoon, my dear Guyanese brothers and sisters. This afternoon, I just wanted to spend a few moments with our population, talking about our commitment, the government of Guyana commitment in ensuring that every category of Guyanese enjoy a better life, a higher standard of living, and the way in which we are pursuing a development plan that would see prosperity come into every single home. We are committed to this task of building prosperity, but the task of building prosperity would not occur overnight. As I said before, when I meet all our teachers, when I meet our nurses, public servants, our farmers, our sugar workers, we have to work incrementally. But we are committed to working incrementally, just like we said to the pensioners. Before the end of 2025, each pensioner would have more than 200 US dollars every month. And that is outside of the additional we give at the end of the year. So, we are very committed to ensuring the life of every Guyanese improves and get better. We are committed to ensuring that we bring prosperity. We build systems that empower people, that uplift your standards, that give you a better shot at life. That is why we're investing in your education, your health care, giving everyone an opportunity to earn a degree. And I'm very concerned that the political actors in our society, those political actors who are trying to use our teacher, and I'm using this word very frankly, because they're aware that we are committed to a plan in which our teachers will be not only prime beneficiary of the development and advancement of our country, but that their position will be comparable to anywhere else in the region. But of course, it takes time. We have announced a series of measures to improve the lives of teachers, nurses, and public servants. And these measures are going to continue even before the end of this year. No one needs to push this government. We are committed to this task. I come from a family of more than 30 teachers now. No one needs to convince us about doing more for our workers, our farmers, our teachers, our nurses, our doctors. This is a commitment of this government. But what is for sure is that we cannot allow, and we will not allow people to be used as pawns, people to be used as political tool. And that is what is that is the situation now, where this union that is totally unaccountable, this union that has we read now $2 billion of teachers' money, $2 billion. That could have been invested in teachers' welfare. $2 billion. We are committed to the teachers. Look at what we have done in the last 3 years. When we came into government, one of the first concerns of the teachers was that the previous government put them, when you were hired as a teacher, you were not hired at the right salary. You were hired at an older scale. As a result, your salary was based on an old scale, and your increases was based on the old scale. We corrected that situation. And that correction alone cost us $700 million. Where teachers' salary, all teachers, the correction of teachers' salary from September 2020, with effect from September 2020, putting them on the right salary scale. $700 million we invested in correcting the scale at which teachers' salaries was being calculated on, the scale at which their increase was being calculated on, the scale at which their starting point was calculated on. Outside of that, we have given an allowance of $10,000 to all teachers with a university degree. But much more than this. Not only are we giving this allowance to train teachers and train graduates, but we are making the opportunity available to teachers in their school to earn that degree through the Gold Scholarship Program, through the online teachers training program, through the associate degree program. Every teacher in the system now has a free opportunity that is invested that the government is investing on their behalf, so that they can upgrade their skills, they can become trained teachers, they can earn a degree, they can become trained graduate. Outside of that, we're giving $6,000, additional allowance of $6,000 for every teacher with a postgraduate diploma. And guess what? All the training we're doing under the Gold Scholarship Program qualifies those teachers to be part of this also. The granting of a $20,000 allowance for all teachers with a master's degree, a $30,000 allowance to all teachers with a doctoral degree. And all of these allowances are not just granted in an environment in which there is no opportunity to achieve all of these degrees and an added qualification. They all have that opportunity now to achieve this. They all have that opportunity now to benefit from this. And all of this we did when we met with the teachers just a couple of months ago. And I told the teachers when we met them a couple of months ago that we are committed to even doing more as the year progresses. And this commitment must not be taken for granted. So I'm speaking directly to the teachers. Then the issue of the remote area incentive was raised with me at that meeting. We increased the remote area incentive from $9,000 to $12,000 per month to $20,000 per month. More than 100% increase from $9,000 to $20,000 per month. We increased the remote area incentive. We went further. And what we did, we had a provision of more than 3,800 scholarships to teachers. More than 3,800 scholarships were given directly to teachers to qualify themselves and earn a higher salary. So we're incentivizing the system, giving teachers an opportunity to empower themselves, but at the same time, incentivizing them to do better for themselves, incentivizing them to do better for the teaching system. Outside of this, a request to the University of Guyana by the Ministry of Education to offer all education programs after school hours. Yes, teachers complain that they can be more easily accommodated if their learning is after school hours, if the University of Education program is after school hours. We made this intervention on behalf of teachers, and that was implemented. And this is outside the fact that when we came in, for more than a year and a half, we paid teachers during COVID whilst they were at home. Whilst many others in the public sector who are working, the police officers, the army officers, the doctors were saying we should pay half and then increase their salaries who are working during this. We said no. We did not make any adjustment because we are concerned. We care about every categories of workers in this country, every single category of workers in this country. The removal of the Child Development Index as a required school document, the removal of the General Scheme of Work as a curriculum document, the removal of the Annual Scheme of Work, the provision of National Scheme of Work by the Ministry of Education, the weekly preparation of lessons, the lessons plans rather than daily. All of this was requested by teachers to make their working environment better, to make their life less complicated, to give them more time to focus on student development and their own development. All of these measures that were requested by teachers, we gave, we implemented. All trained teachers being eligible to be a senior assistant master mistress after 6 years rather than 7, which allows for an additional $20,000 to be added to their salary. If you look at $20,000, that is almost $240,000 you will get because you will save a year. In 6 years now, you can become a senior assistant master mistress rather than 7 years. The appointments of heads of department, the primary top-ups, more opportunities for higher paid jobs, more opportunities for higher scale salaries, more opportunities for promotion in the system. The appointment of heads of department in primary top-ups is one example of that. In addition to the continued issuance of duty-free for teachers, we've increased this. Plus, We agreed to the granting of a duty-free concession to all senior teachers who have 3 years left to serve, because we did not want a single teacher to leave the system without this benefit of a duty-free. That is why we said, if you did not get it and you have 3 years of service left, automatically you will be given that duty-free concession once you have that 3 years. Once you have 3 years remaining. What more? That is to ensure every teacher benefit from this duty-free. What more do we need to do to prove to teachers, prove to every category of workers in this country that we have your back? A little bit of patience and understanding, as I said when I met the teachers, that in the course of this year, in the coming years, it will get consistently better and at a more rapid pace. Let us focus on our children. All teachers being provided with grants now, $3.1 billion of grants in the school to make teaching easier, to give you more self-reliance, to give you more autonomy to the schools, the teachers. All of this is aimed at making the life of teachers better. All CPC pre-service trainees being paid $90,000 per month rather than $10,000 stipend per month. From $10,000 the stipend if you're in service to $90,000 per month. The appointment of all teachers who graduated from CPC in 2023 without signing a contract to serve for 3 years post-training. That is, teachers who are provided with a salary while in training. We give the teachers a salary while in training in addition to the free tuition. What does this point to? This points to a government that is committed. And today I just want to highlight what we're doing for the teachers. The Ministry of Education requested the Teaching Service Commission and the School Board Secretariat to do 2 senior promotion cycles per year. Advancing promotion, rapid promotion. What this does for you, it changes your salary base. It gives you higher salary. 2 senior promotion cycles per year so that more teachers can be promoted and earn higher salary. A general waiver letter to allow teachers to travel abroad without collateral. So contracted teachers were given an across-the-board waiver so that they can travel with ease. These were the things raised, and we have granted all of it. I told the teachers then, and we're negotiating with the banks now, a special mechanism through which a low interest rate will be provided for teachers for them to own their own homes and to build their own houses. Those negotiations are ongoing. We took it upon ourselves to do these negotiations for a teacher, where you'll be able to get loans at 3.5 and 4% because we'll give up the tax, the withholding tax on profits, so that you can be treated specially and differentially. These are the things that we are doing. None of this matters. None of this matters. The issuance of the holders of the technical teacher's certificate as being appointed as assistant masters and mistresses. The creation of more senior vacancies and the filling of those vacancies. A reduction in teaching periods for secondary teachers. No head teacher being required to do classroom teaching so that they can focus on the administration. The assignment of assistant teachers to senior teachers to primary and nursery schools. While countries are cutting, we are giving more support. Assistant teachers to support the regular teachers. All of these things. The grants we give during COVID. The reduction of the size of the classroom. These are things that demonstrate how much we care about teachers, that demonstrate our commitment to the teachers on every category. I can go through every category of workers across this country. And we have not completed the menu of measures. I said to teachers when I met with them that this is ongoing work. We hope to conclude the negotiations with the bank and continue to give more. But teachers have a responsibility too. We have to be fair. We have to have a conscience. We can't allow ourselves to put political pawns. And this is all I ask. For us to be fair. For us to look at all we have done. For us to understand the commitment I have made. And for us to put our children's interests first. I'm not going to go into the accountability issues about the union. But teachers must ask questions. $2 billion invested at 10% return can give you annual returns of $200 million. No audit from 2004. Those are questions you must ask your union. But I can assure you that this government, we are committed on making the life of every single worker in this country better. But workers must also be committed to this process. Workers must understand that there is a short, medium, and long-term plan. I can look every worker in the eye and say to them, we got your back. We are committed to you. We will bring prosperity to every one of your homes. This is not a flash-in-the-night event. All of us have to weather the storm. All of us have to give a bit. But all of us must understand that this government, this People's Progressive Party civic government, stands solidly on the side of people and on the side of our workers. I thank you and God bless you.